Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and this is my April journal for Dear Julie Julie's, all about that Base Junk Journal Challenge. And I had so much fun with this challenge. Probably one of my favorite challenges to date. So this is my journal, and it's a soft cover. I ended up making it 2 signatures. Got a fabric cover. Now, I will say, this journal is not done yet. It's got all of the elements required for the challenge, but there were other things that I wanted to add to it that I wasn't sure whether they would be allowed or not, so I just left them out and have just added those things that were the required elements. That way I can go back and finish it out the way I want to. So, got tie closure. On the front here, I've got my, what Julie calls the cover patch. So I've got my collaged card behind it, a little bit of lace here. This is from Dear Julie Julie's Spring Flowers kit, as is this, and this is from the paper pad I was using. And on the inside here, I've made trying to grab a sheet of something I can show you. Got a pocket here and a pocket here. And in the first signature, open that up. I did stenciling here. And again, used some of the leftover scrapbook paper, made double pocket there. Here I've got some coffee dyed paper, and this is from part of the paper ruffle. I made some tabs. You will see there are 4 of them. So I ended up using about 8 inches of my paper ruffle. And I used paint to make some little flowers. And I used sequins and beads and did some distressing around the edges. I distressed around the edges of just about everything, so that element was easy. This is from the Dear Julie Spring Flowers. Here's my side border tuck. So you can see I'll be able to put something in there. And again, I did, got a little bit of lace on it. And I, again, stenciled on it. I stamped on it. And then I used watercolors to color in the flowers. Watercolor paints. And this is from and this was the back side of this piece of scrapbook paper. This is from Dear Julie Julie's kit. And here we've got a page that folds out. And here we've got our flip up, flip down pocket. And so it's collaged back there, and I used some napkin on it. Again, I stamped on it and used my watercolor paints on that. And this, down here, I made a little stamp from the Dear Julie image, and behind it is a little bit of lace. And this flower was punched out from my recycled item, which was a brown paper bag, and I painted on it. And it tucked in the pocket, we have an unusual, I guess, journal card. And I used a little bit of fabric and lace, Dear Julie image, this ice coupon, which I'm calling a ticket, and a little cutout from my scrapbook paper. Here we've got another Dear Julie Julie image, and you open it up. I've got a sticker here, and you've got all sorts of writing space. And on the back, I put another part of a Dear Julie Julie image. And that is all mounted on this envelope that now it has a great pocket to go in it. And I backed that envelope with some scrapbook paper. Here I've got, I was using my rolled collage pages. And so I've got a corner tuck here with a ticket and a stamp made from the Dear Julie Julie image. And this journal card is also from the collage, the roll of collage pages. I was trying to use up my 6 inches of that. So I think I ended up making 2 corner pockets, 2 journal cards, and a little tag. So used a little bit of scrap rickrack, stamped on it, painted it, stenciling butterfly from my scrapbook paper pad, and a little label there. All right, and then we're to the center of the first signature with that beautiful Dear Julie Julie image. And on this side, we've got the other flap of the envelope and plenty of room to add little pull-out cards here and there, and a bird cut out from my scrapbook paper. Here's the other side of the fold-out page, and it's being held with my altered paper clip, excuse me, that has a little bit of lace, Dear Julie Julie images on it, a button. It has some napkin back there. And then it opens up. And it's actually a little envelope. If I can get it out. My fingers have not been working well at all today. And inside I've got a little, just a teeny tiny little card that says springtime that I stamped on to a Dear Julie Julie image, and this is just a little scrap of scrapbook paper. So that just tucks right in there. That goes down in there, and then I can put my paper clip back on. Here's another Dear Julie Julie image, as is that. This is a page from the scrapbook paper pad. And this is a top tuck that I made from my 3-inch snippet roll. And I added Dear Julie Julie image, a little bit of fabric, a butterfly, and a button to that. And like I said, all of these have been distressed. And then I did a little stenciling on here just to knock back the white on that page a little bit. Some writing paper, more Dear Julie Julie. Here's the next tab. This one has green sequins on it with beads and the painted flowers. And here we've got another double pocket. This is my 3x7 tag. And on here we've got lace, Dear Julie Julie image, some dictionary page. I put a little flower bouquet charm on it and a little tiny tag. Here the dictionary definition is pansy, And it had a picture of a pansy, so I put that on the tiny tag. And put all of that on a bulb pin on the tag. Oh, and here at the top of the tag, I did a little more watercolor painting. I was so thrilled that Julie was allowing us to use paints and stamps. I mean, I had a lot of fun doing that. And that's the end of the first signature. Then we come into the second signature, and I've got 2 more double pockets. I did a lot of double pockets in this one for some reason. But I've got stuff that I want to go in them, so. And here's our next tab. This one has a purple on it with little pink beads and the painted flowers again. Love that coffee dyed paper. Another Julie page. Got a page. Here is more of my 3-inch snippet. So I've got another top tuck here, again with fabric on it, Dear Julie, and a button. And I just did stamping on the back side of this one, again, to knock back the white a little bit. And that is scrapbook paper. Here I've got a doily, another Dear Julie page, writing space. Here I've got my envelope, and I did leave the back of this one open as a pocket as well. And I have not put anything in the pocket yet. And on this pocket, I used my unusual paper. I had some mulberry paper and covered, after I'd done the base collaging on my pocket, I covered it with mulberry paper that you can still see all the writing through it, but it has a little bit of texture and color to it. And then I used a little Dear Julie stuff. This is a cutout from that brown paper bag that I referred to earlier. And I stamped and painted and fussy cut that little pink flower to go on it. And that tucks right there to keep that flap down. And there's the center of that signature. And here's my other bottom tuck. And in it, a journaling card. This bottom tuck also has stenciling, stamping, painting, distressing, a ticket, and a little self-made postage stamp from Dear Julie's image. This journaling card has a little bit of lace on it. Put napkin over it. I was really surprised by how much this particular napkin covered the text on that. And a little bit of dictionary page. Some more writing paper, Dear Julie paper. There's the other part of our doily. Here we've got a belly band that I made using the 2-inch snippet. And on it, I've got, I did all of my base collaging, although it ended up mostly being covered. You can still see parts of it through some of the lace and stuff, but I used several pieces of scrap fabric, scrap lace. I have a whole drawer over here of just teeny tiny bits and pieces of lace and trims that I have left, and just started tacking those on, and then put a few Dear Julie images right on top of that, and that makes my belly band. And there's our 4th 2-inch tab, this time with blue sequins and beads. And here's the little tag I made from my rolled collage page. And the reason I was able to get the 2 corner pockets and the 2 journaling cards was I just took my rolled collage pages, rolled them out, cut off 6 inches, and figured out I knew I wanted the corner tucks. And so I got those, and then I just looked at everything that was left over, and everything just worked out perfectly. The very last thing I had left was just a little piece, this little piece, and I thought, well, that'll make a good little tag. So I got a little bit of lace, got a sticker on it, a little bit of Dear Julie paper, and dictionary definition of tulip. And then, of course, in the back, I've got 2 more double pockets. So that is my journal as completed for the challenge. Like I said, you can see I have lots of pockets left, lots of space to do stuff, but I wanted to get this video made before I completely finish everything I want to do with this journal, so that I don't end up being rogue and having something in there that I should not. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoy this. Please let me know what you think. Everyone have a wonderful day. And until I see you again, please be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.